Welcome to the Fat Guys with Smokers podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm John. We're a couple of overweight barbecue enthusiasts trying to share our love for sweet and smoky food with the world.
Thanks for hanging out with us as we talk about life, share recipes, successes, and failures that have all led to our love of cooking outdoors.
Every week, man.
Oh.
All right, welcome everybody to another episode of Fat Guys with Smokers. You notice we're not in the studio.
Indeed, we're not.
Where are we, Mike?
We're in your kitchen, which is way cleaner and bigger than mine, so I have no regrets.
Well, I wish I could take credit for it. Big shout out to the stage hands. But actually, my boys.
Really?
Yeah, there's
Good for them.
I don't even know what the show's called. Grizzlies and Gremlins, maybe? I don't know.
Not familiar.
It's a cartoon. They're like little 5-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
They watch a 5-minute episode, and then they have to pick up 5 things.
Oh, there you go.
We've got a guest here that you may see stick his head in from time to time. Old Beans is here begging for attention from Mike. But we're excited. Today is Traeger Day. So if you're watching this a couple days after, you missed out on a great day in Traeger Nation. But we'll be going live while we're recording this this week on Instagram.
A lot of new things that we are less familiar with, but what could go wrong?
Yeah. Mike and I have never gone live on Instagram.
No, I didn't even know it was a thing, honestly.
We've never recorded in the kitchen.
No.
I'm now realizing that our second camera is in our first camera shot.
Why not?
Adding to the authenticity of Mike and John not knowing what they're doing.
I love that. I think we should always have that.
Yeah. So today, we're going to be cooking in the kitchen.
Indeed we are.
Cooking in the Kitchen, episode 1, with Mike and John. We need some Julia Childs type music to play.
That's what I was
now.
thinking, man.
So we're gonna make 2 things today. One of which I've been wanting to make for years.
Yeah. And we kind of talked about it last time. Hard to find around here.
We did. This, my friends, is a chub of bologna. It's actually probably like a half or a third chub, but it is a 4.8 pound chub of beef bologna. In the South, you can literally just walk into any grocery store and there's a Bar S chub of bologna sitting there.
Just anywhere, huh? Pretty popular.
Yeah, I mean, it's because people in the South know what's up.
Yeah,
Bologna's
they get it.
Delicious.
They get it.
It took me a while to find it, but we've got a Cache Valley. This part of Utah we live in is actually pretty amazing. Camp Chef is headquartered here. Shouldn't talk about Camp Chef on Traeger Day. Blackstone is headquartered here.
Yep. Talk about that.
And a small company called Lauer Foods.
Yeah, and you were telling me they give, or I guess not give, they supply Buc-ee's, the big gas station down south, with all of its barbecue meat, right?
Yeah.
That's
so they
crazy.
do, deli meats and prepackaged barbecue. A whole bunch of brand names. This one is, so it's the double L brand. It's got a bull's head on it. Is made here in Cache Valley. So
very cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
But that's where the bologna came from. So I'm excited that we've secured that. So we're gonna smoke some bologna today.
Yeah.
And then
sorry.
I was gonna say, and then you've got something you're cooking too.
Yeah. So, well, I told John I'd bring a side, and I've been thinking all week about what to bring, and I just thought what goes good with bologna sandwiches, and so I thought picnic, and I thought potato salad, but I don't really like potato salad, so we're gonna do kind of a loaded potato salad today that I think is actually gonna turn out really good, but we'll see how it goes. I've taken out all the stuff I don't like in potato salad, and I've added some things that I really like and think will go well. So we'll see how it goes. It's kind of an experiment, but I'm excited about it.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess, so this is your recipe.
Yeah. This is I came up with this last night as I was falling asleep. So,
This
so
could be
why not do it
interesting.
live on camera in front of our tens of listeners, right?
It's a day of new things.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man.
So, I guess let's get into it.
Yeah.
I can't take credit for my recipe. My recipe.
Oh yeah, where'd that come
This
from?
is a Matt Pittman recipe. Repping the. I told everyone last time, but I made the pilgrimage to the.
Oh yeah.
I've still got to put that reel up. We got like a cool like pan around the store.
Oh yeah, you definitely should.
But repping my
like to see
my
it.
Mito Bandito shirt today.
I love it.
But we'll go ahead and get into this. This is a super simple recipe. We'll slide a few things over here. Hence the reason for our second camera is so that you guys can see what's going on here. And I'm going to...
I think I'll hang out off camera a little bit to live it. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Is that kind of what you had in mind?
I don't know what I had in mind.
We don't know what we're doing, but it's going to be awesome.
We're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to throw gloves on because we're going to be using mustard as a binder. And I just don't want my hands to smell like mustard all day.
I'm pushing the live button as we speak.
Oh, there's like, I did a practice live before. There's like 6 different questions that's going to ask you once you do that.
All right.
You got to hit it and tell them
Checking
what,
connection. Oh yeah.
tell them what your audience is. So, I guess, and I can show this. This is the knife I use for all of my trimming. I'll show it on the other camera too. It is a...
It's flexible.
Yeah, so this is a... They don't even make it anymore. It's a Gerber, I think. It's a Gerber fillet knife. It was like $15.
Sweet.
But it's got some flex to it. It has stayed super sharp. More importantly, it's dishwasher safe. And then it's got some honing stones
On the case.
on the case.
That's sick.
So, are we live?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do we need to say hi to Instagram?
Yeah, 2 people have joined.
Who has joined?
Duke K09 and Dranny Bakes.
Dr. Annie
Oh,
Bakes.
sorry, Annie. Dr. Annie Bakes.
Yeah.
That makes more sense than Dranny.
Don't rob her of her doctor title.
Sorry, Annie.
But welcome to Traeger Day, everybody. We're just getting ready to make some smoked bologna. So, peeling the chub here. Oh man, this smells so good already.
Oof.
For everybody that loves bologna or hates bologna. So I don't think this has a casing on it that we need to remove. So, not true Bar S style that required
The waxy, plasticky
red
type
plastic.
one. Yeah.
So we're gonna do a couple of things first. First, we are just going to score this.
And how do you know how deep you want to go?
You don't. I mean, it's bologna, so this is a great part. This is completely cooked. We could pick it up and take a bite out of it right now and no one would get sick.
Okay.
I mean, we might get sick, but that's a whole different reason.
Right.
But I'm gonna go somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. And we're gonna see how this works. I think I'm gonna do like 1.5 inch cuts. We'll go around and then we'll do some going the other direction.
Okay.
And the reason we score
I was
this
just going to say, why do we score it?
is because we want more surface area for rub to stick to. And I'm
So the
already
delicious flavor can kind of get down inside of it.
not making straight cuts. Part of that's because my cutting board's warped.
Yes.
So here's a trick if you've got a warped cutting board. Kitchen towel. Fold that in half. Ooh, and it's round so it rolls. And you can put a kitchen towel under there to just give you a little bit more stability. So let's see if I go the other way.
Interesting. So now it's not going to rock or whatever.
Yeah, you saw it the first time. It was really running away from me. Nope, didn't do a good job that time either.
From here it looks great.
Man,
So the score...
can you imagine if we drank?
What'd you put in your drink, John?
I know we didn't talk about it today, but we're drinking Maverick. We're drinking Dragon Dew.
Yeah. This is new to me.
So it's a Mountain Dew with a dragon fruit, great value energy shot in it.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned that I'm going to be just shaking for the rest of the day. Because there was apparently a lot of caffeine in that dragon fruit shot. It was tasty though.
So I didn't realize how much caffeine was in those things. And during COVID, I was like, well, I'm not going to drink soda, but I was drinking at a 40-ounce water bottle. I was putting 2 packets of that in just because it was too watered down, if not.
Uh-huh.
There's 120 milligrams of caffeine in each of those.
What is in a regular, like, Mountain Dew?
Like 90, I think. Like a Red Bull, I think a Red Bull's got 120. A big Monster, like the real heavy Monsters, are 300.
So not quite that much.
But I was drinking like 6 of those a day. And finally I like came upstairs one day and I was like, oh, like my chest is just really tight. I don't understand. And Haley looked at the box and
You're just having a heart attack, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
so, all right. So I did some terrible slices around, but now we're gonna do this.
Oh.
And I don't know if you can
pretty
tell
straight.
on camera or not. Yeah, this part's easy. But to make sure I'm kind of staying the same spot, I've got a spot I'm looking at on my knife that I'm going deep on.
And that's where your finger is, huh?
And then I'm just kind of holding it, that spot there, to keep my slices even. So there's one there, there's one there. We'll come here, score it again.
A chub of bologna.
Here's that other one.
Do you know any of the history of bologna?
I don't, do you?
I don't. It sounds Italian. Anything we say would sound like bologna. We should be comedian.
Oh, did I?
Interesting.
So yeah, so you can kind of see here now,
And as that cooks, those are going to kind of open up, right?
they're gonna open up and just add some deliciousness to it.
All right.
So, okay, we'll call that good. So, oh, gotta hold on to the mustard here.
That helps. It does help.
So, nothing special here. Good old great value yellow mustard. And we're just gonna,
And anybody who has never used mustard as a binder, it doesn't taste like mustard when you cook it, right? I mean, it kind of loses its flavor, and it basically just is a place for rub to stick to, right?
yeah. So it's, mustard is mostly, especially like cheap yellow mustard like this. This is mostly mustard, like dried mustard powder and water. Probably a little bit of vinegar in here. But yeah, we're like I'm just trying to work it into some of these
Crevasses.
crevasses. Yep, just where I scored it. I'm gonna drop a glove here if I can without making a mess.
Well done.
Just so I can,
So what are some other things you could use as a binder?
you can use hot sauce.
I've seen that.
Yeah, so really it's not going to add a ton of flavor. You don't want something with a ton of sugar in it because the sugar can burn.
Interesting. Okay.
We'll just kind of smooth that on the end there. The sugar can burn, but you can use anything. On turkey, I use mayo. You could use butter, you could use hot sauce. Just something that's got a little bit of thickness to it so that it sticks just like this. And now we're gonna season this.
How heavy are we going? Compare this to what you would do with like ribs. Or pork butt maybe.
I'm gonna not go quite as heavy as I would on ribs or a pork butt.
Okay.
So, I mean, I want it on there, but I don't, like that's probably a little heavy right there. Like, as I'm doing this, like I'm kind of watching it fall. You can see how that's staying dry. Like, and I've already done a full rotation, so this is kind of a second pass. So
2 coats.
I don't want it to cake up anywhere, and it's starting to do that, so I'm probably good. I'm gonna probably cover this end better than anywhere else. And then I've got a bunch down here on the board you can see. But I'm gonna drag the base of that around. And then, I don't know, come in close there, Mike. See, yeah, you can kind of see the wet coating.
Yeah, a little texture there, and
Yeah, I kind of rolled it around a little bit, trying to
there
pick
you
up
go.
some of the extra rub on the board, make sure nothing goes to waste. And that's it. Now we're gonna go out onto the smoker. We've already got it going at 225 with super smoke on out on the Traeger day on the Ironwood 885. So we're gonna go drop this out there, and we'll be back, and Michael do his thing.
Yep.
So here we go. So Mike, tell us about what you're doing. Tell us, how did you come up with this idea?
Well, here's a story. Last year, like I say...
And how early did you have to get up to boil these potatoes?
Oh, I haven't boiled them yet. We're going to smoke them.
We're gonna smoke them.
We're putting them on the smoker.
I like this.
So I don't love potato salad. And so, like I say, I've always kind of avoided it. The things I don't like in potato salad, I think, are mostly a texture thing. Like, I don't love pickles, and I don't love celery, and I feel like that always makes its way into potato salad. So last year we were at a youth camp, and they had a loaded potato salad from Walmart, and that...
Is this the same youth camp you and I were at?
Yeah. At the lake day, they had a loaded potato salad that was really pretty good. And so that kind of got me thinking. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut up. I just got a bag. I think they called it a sunrise medley or something. It's just a bunch of new potatoes. We got some red and gold. And I'm just going to kind of cut them into equal-ish pieces. And then, so the salad that I got from Walmart had bacon in it, which is delicious, but I wanted to try something different, so I got kielbasa sausage. So my plan is to kind of cut these all into the same size-ish. I emphasize ish because I'm not a perfectionist, or
Gordon Ramsay's not gonna sign off on your knife skills.
yeah, he's not gonna be very stoked, but you know what? Whatever. It's gonna be good. And then I'm gonna chop up the kielbasa, toss it in maybe a little bit of olive oil, and then put a little salt and pepper in there. We're gonna smoke it for as long as we smoke the bologna, and then we are going to pull it off and mix in some like stuff you would put on a loaded baked potato. So I got sour cream, I got some sharp cheddar cheese, and I got some mayo, just because that's usually what you put in a potato salad. So we're gonna kind of mix it all together. And
So is this going to be, is this a hot potato salad or?
no, well that's the thing. A lot of, you could probably do it either way. The thing I saw said, you mix everything together and then put it in the fridge until you're ready to eat it. So my thought is, if I cut up these, they'll probably cook a little faster than our bologna. So we'll just pull it off, I don't know, a little bit earlier, cool it, and then mix that stuff in there and maybe put it in the fridge until our bologna's done.
Okay.
I haven't really, like I said, I came up with this last night at 12 o'clock, so.
I was going to say, I'm impressed with the design and the idea.
Yeah.
I too am not a big potato salad fan.
Yeah, tell us your potato salad story.
You know, I was really little. I ate potato salad at one of my uncle's weddings. And man, I blew chunks. Like it was going out of style.
Were there multiple people blowing chunks? Like,
That's like, I was so little, like I really remember it mostly from the stories. But the stories are vivid enough. Like I am not a cold potato salad fan.
yeah.
For that reason. And I have seen, like, potato salad's one of those things, like, from a food safety perspective, people get sick from all the time because, especially people that make homemade mayonnaise, you have eggs and milk baking in the sun.
Right.
Like, it is a prime, like, spot for food bacteria to grow, and people get sick from potato salad all the time.
Yeah.
So it just always makes me leery. Now, fun fact, did you know that there are two varieties of potato salad?
No, go on.
One is, I don't know if it's called American potato salad, but it's what we're making today with potatoes, mayonnaise, typically served cold. There's also a German potato salad, which is served hot.
Okay.
Normally made with red potatoes, which are far superior to all the other varieties of potatoes, in my opinion.
I love me some red potatoes for sure.
And rather than having a mayonnaise or cream-based sauce, it's typically an apple cider vinegar with red onions and bacon.
Interesting.
And that stuff, my friend,
That's the truth, huh?
it's good stuff. That's the way the Lord intended potato salad to be made.
So here's my question. Do you think it would be better to serve this potato salad hot?
I don't know.
Because I was thinking cold, just because like that's what you would do at a picnic. But I don't know. I don't know what the best thing to do is. Because I'm not against it. I'm thinking of like what we call here in Utah funeral potatoes. Like it would be a similar concept, almost like a potato casserole.
Yeah, I could get on board.
And I'm not against that. I just.
So I didn't grow up in Utah. I think we've talked about this before. And it is funny to me. Funeral potatoes in the circles we run in are like, it's like every Sunday. Like it's a regular part of our diet and menu, right?
Yep.
It's funny when other people have what we consider funeral potatoes, which for anyone watching that doesn't know, it's you take a frozen bag of hash browns, some cream of something soup, mix in some cheese, and you bake that in the oven till it's hot all the way through. And you typically cover it with some sort of crunchy, like cornflakes are really popular, breadcrumbs. I've seen potato chip shoes.
Oh,
like
I can get on board with that.
Yeah. Anyways, people outside of Utah go cray for funeral potatoes.
Really? Like they really like it? Huh?
Oh, they think it's like the greatest thing in the world.
Huh. Yeah, we definitely take it for granted here because it is like, we call them funeral potatoes because at every funeral, they're there.
I was going to say, yeah. Well, and everyone's like got their own variety, and like some people put bacon in them, some people put ham, and Everyone's got kind of their own recipe for them. But
This will all fit in here.
Yeah. Or I've got a bigger pan if you want them more spread out.
Can we put a bigger pan?
Uh-huh.
Will it fit on the ironwood?
Uh-huh.
Next to the
Will
bologna?
it fit on the ironwood?
I'm sorry. I know.
I'll be right back, folks.
Okay. Well, while John's gone, let's sit here and talk mess on him. Just kidding. So next, what we're gonna do is I've just got some kielbasa sausage I picked up at the grocery store. I'm using this instead of bacon. Honestly, I'm glad you're back because it's really uncomfortable talking to myself. I'm using kielbasa instead of bacon because I recently had some Dutch oven potatoes where the guy had used kielbasa instead of bacon, and it was a game changer. So
Light with your hands.
we're gonna give it a shot.
Okay, anything going on these?
Oh yeah, actually, in here, I've got some AP rub from Malcolm Reed in the cooler.
Oh, in the cooler. I was like, wait, there's nothing in there.
Nothing in there. Yeah, so this guy I work with,
I'm just gonna point this out. This is how you know he's a dedicated Malcolm Reed guy.
I buy it in the 5-pound bag, okay?
He has it in a custom shaker here. So just light coating here over the cup. Can I go
just
that?
a little bit.
Like that? Is that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Let me get ready your wrapper for you.
So this doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about, but I had a guy teaches math with me, Jason Lee, and he brought his Camp Chef griddle to school the other day and made me biscuits and gravy in the morning. It was phenomenal.
I'll be right back. I got a dog I gotta deal with.
Yeah.
Hey, place.
Let the record show John is not beating any animals, but he is voicing his displeasure with their behavior.
I didn't even have to voice it.
No, you didn't, actually. You did it in your demeanor, John, and that's
But
impressive.
a 4-year-old would have been very sad had that toy gotten destroyed. So,
Good save. What was it?
a light up football that Grandma gave him for an unbirthday present yesterday.
Nice.
So, biscuits and gravy on the griddle, huh?
Yeah, and it was, I mean, he just had gravy sitting there in the Dutch oven, like a huge Dutch oven, one bigger than I have seen. And then an over easy egg on top of it. It was really good.
I'm supportive of everything you just said there, and this is just another teacher being a good guy at the end of the year.
He is a good dude, and he'll smoke stuff for us for our faculty luncheons and stuff. Like, just a good dude. But he won't tell me any of his recipes. He's a little guarded that way. And he makes some of the best salsa I have ever eaten in my life. So
I guess hey Mike, look at your phone.
oh,
Got
I
it.
smiled.
I was gonna say, I guess we need to go live with you too.
Well, this isn't as interesting as what you were doing, for sure.
Let's go. Hit the live button.
What temp do you have your ironwood at?
We're at 225.
Perfect. So the smoky.
All right, everyone. I guess we're going live again. We'll wait a minute. We've got a couple. We've got Leatherhead 83.
Ooh.
Oh,
Hi, Leatherhead 83.
Leatherhead. And Dr. Annie's back on.
Dr. Annie, dedicated. I respect that.
Mike's working on slicing up some kielbasa. We've already got some potatoes here that are chopped up. We're making loaded baked potato salad. Is that the right way to say that?
I like it, yeah. We'll go
Loaded
with
baked
that.
potato salad for Traeger Day.
And I think we're making the executive decision to go hot with it.
We're going
Instead
hot.
of letting it cool down, do you think?
That's the thing that I don't like about.
I don't love it either. I'd much rather eat a hot one, but on like a hot summer day, a hot potato dish might not be as appealing as a cold potato dish, I guess, but.
See, Dr. Annie says no sound.
Oh,
Looks like we got sound on this side. I think it's, I guess Leatherhead, give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. But it says we've got sound. It says fixed now. Thanks,
Yeah.
Annie.
thanks, Annie. All right.
You know, stir that up a little
Yep,
bit.
I'm just gonna stir everything up. And then I'm wondering, do you think, I was gonna drizzle it with a little oil, but do you think the kielbasa will give enough oil for the potatoes to kind of cook in?
I'd probably hit it with a little bit of oil.
Yeah, maybe not as much as normal, but
Yeah. I was gonna say, and you can use olive oil, or there's a Blackstone bottle's got canola oil in it right next to you that you could use.
yeah, I'm fine with that. Can I touch it with
Yeah,
my hand?
go for it.
Settle it
Give
on
it a
it.
little twist there.
Oh, these are way nicer than mine. Got mine on Amazon.
There you go.
Okay. And I think I'm gonna give it just a little dusting of Texas sugar rub.
I like
Do you
it.
have any of that?
It is, if you turn around, cabinet right above the air fryer,
Turn around every now and
top
then.
shelf, that one that you just had your hand on.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Perfect.
Is Texas sugar. That is a cabinet of quite a bit of controversy.
Ooh, go on.
Because every good barbecuer has the same problem. Probably gonna get in trouble for, while Mike's dusting this. I'm gonna show the spice cabinet. Haley's gonna be mad at me. Because what was once a very organized cabinet, you can see it's been taken over because I have too many reps. And we've got all sorts of stuff in here. You can see there's a bottle of Gospel, some Weber Kickin' Chicken, McCormick's Grill Mates, and then we start to get into all of the meat church. So, what do we have up here? We've got Hot Honey Hog, Holy Cow, Holy Gospel, Fajita, a new jar of Texas sugar,
I think I saw 3 jars of Texas sugar up there.
seasoning salt. You saw a jar of Holy Gospel.
Oh, that must be.
But then we've got some whiskey bent stuff, Blazing Bird. You got Sasquatch Barbecue. We've talked about him before, with some butter toss back there. Voodoo from Meat Church. You've got Adam's Garlic Junkie. That's this Jew can Q.
Ah.
We've got some Traeger rubs over here, so I don't know if you have this problem at your house, but I get in trouble when I bring home more rubs because there's not a lot there.
See, mine's a shelf in my pantry, so it's a lot. It can't be closed, you know.
All right. Leave that door open big and wide, Mike, because I'm going to bring the other camera with us.
Okay.
Go.
And I think I'm just gonna go up top.
Yep, just go right up top with it.
Is that acceptable? Is it gonna fit? Should
Yeah.
fit, right?
That'll fit.
Man, it's a good looking grill, John.
I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah.
So. And we'll come around the corner. And we'll sit here for a minute and talk. And so, Mike, tell us. I'm gonna close the spice cupboard so I don't get yelled at any more than I have to. But I guess tell us a little bit about what we're looking for on the potatoes.
Well, we're gonna go until they're fork tender or soft. The debate rages as to how long to cook them. I think where we've quartered them will be done about the same time as the bologna. So that's kind of the idea. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just pull it off and we'll throw in the cheese, sour cream, and mayo, as well as some green onions. And then what I think we'll do is we will put it back on the pit to warm up a little bit instead of putting it in the fridge to cool down. And then we'll go from there and we'll see how it goes. Like I say, it's an experiment, but theoretically it's gonna be delicious. And it sure smelled good while we were doing it, so we'll see how it goes. How are we gonna eat the bologna? That's my question. You just like grab it and just start biting?
Just like bite into
Caveman
it
style?
like a chub of cookie dough at the grocery store after a long week at work. No, so once it's got some good smoke on it, our rub's kind of caramelized. Mm-hmm. We're gonna bring it in. We'll slice it, and then we'll probably sear it out on the Blackstone.
Oh, cool.
We'll sear it off.
All the slices?
Yeah, I mean, if we slice the whole thing.
Yeah.
We may just want to slice a couple of chunks off for today.
And when you do it like this, we're not talking like paper thin slices like at the grocery store, right?
Quarter to a half-inch slice. Like we're gonna go.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some hefty slices. Haley has started making homemade bread.
Oh, heck yeah.
So we've got some of that, a little mayo on the bread, and just good old bologna sandwich.
Sweet, man. I'm excited.
Yeah. So we've got a little bit of time to kill, and as conversational as Mike and I are,
yeah,
nobody needs 2 hours of us.
No,
So
I can't do it.
we're gonna hit pause, and then through the magic of the internet, when everybody watches this,
We'll be right
we'll
back.
do like a great little like whirlpool transition.
Yes, I love it.
Into the next one.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. John, how are things going?
We're going. Let's pan over here for a second. What we got going on here, Mike?
Well, the bologna looks amazing. It's starting to open up, get a nice smoke on it. The potatoes are just not, I mean, they're cooking, and hopefully they've absorbed some smoke, but they're not as soft as I'd like them. So John had the idea that now, to kind of finish them off, we're going to put them on the Blackstone and fry them up like we would hash browns. So we've got the Blackstone heated and oiled, and I think we'll just kind of toss them on there, maybe use the pan as a steam dome and see what happens. So,
Great.
it's kind of hot, so I might say swear words.
I'll be ready with the clips.
Good.
Go.
Adapt or die.
There you go. I'll come walk around here so as to not leave you alone in the shot.
I appreciate that.
Maybe I'll drop for a minute. But Like this happens all the time when you're cooking.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it just doesn't go the way you think it's going to. Like we had a game plan. We talked about this last week, right? We were prepped. We were ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to adapt.
Yeah.
Adapt or die. I love that.
Yep.
More like adapt or starve.
Yeah, that's true.
Or die at the hands of your in-laws. We've talked about that a couple of times.
Yes, that always seems to be what happens for sure.
So.
For sure.
I hear tapping on the little window.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Probably means that Clay, my youngest, is standing on the other side of the window looking at us.
Well, it's nice that he's not like hitting hard. He's just kind of slowly tapping.
Nice.
So I think we'll fry these up, and I don't know, see what happens.
Okay. So what do we do next after this, Mike?
I think what we'll do is we'll put them in, and then we'll add sour cream, mayo, some green onion, cheese, and just mix everything up.
I like that.
And I think we'll keep it warm. I think we'll maybe put it back on the smoker and just let the cheese melt and turn it into a delicious like casserole potato-ish thing.
I like
Instead
that.
of a cold potato salad.
For a couple of guys that don't like cold potato salad, I think that's a great.
Yeah, I think it'll work out okay. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, I think they're close enough to being done, though.
I think you're right.
Okay. You want me to hold the pan and you can load them?
Sure.
It's not 1,000 degrees.
A little warm. We're not very smart, are we? Yeah, take this pan that's been sitting on this hot cast iron.
I'm impressed by your hands.
There you go. Let me scrape you off a little.
Yeah.
We'll fry our bologna on here, right?
Yeah. You can just shut it off, honestly.
What?
You can just shut it off, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Shut off the propane too?
No.
Okay. I figure we're gonna turn it on here in a sec, right? Are you okay? I'm sorry, I forgot about your shoulder.
No, that was just pure stupidity.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I can't breathe. Ooh, ooh.
You're on camera.
That's awesome. I'm on camera? Oh, John, what just happened?
That just happened.
Well, what are we going to do now? We're going to scale down the recipe a little bit because we just lost some of our taters.
I mean, we can just pick them up and eat them.
We could.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to.
I don't really know the best way to. Maybe if we sprayed him with Clorox. Beans is pretty stoked about this, though.
We'll be right back after this. Well, that's not creepy. Now that Mike has gained some composure after our little accident outside.
That was hilarious, dude. Oh, I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. John, what happened? What happened out there?
Oh, don't worry. They'll have just seen me.
Oh, you're going to put it in there. Good.
Oh, yeah.
I wish we would have had just a constant, because that would have been a hilarious clip to show the actual thing.
I mean, we had you losing your mind. Turning red, not being able to breathe.
Ooh, that was
laughing
awesome.
like a wild man. I'm going to walk over here again just to make sure we learned our lesson. Yep, we learned our lesson from the last one.
What's that mean?
The second camera's still in our main camera shot.
Oh, good, good. Okay, so
If people don't love us for being who we are, you guys probably should just unsubscribe and walk away now, because this is what you're gonna get.
all right.
All right, so Mike, now that you have a quarter of the potatoes we started with,
They look good though, and these are the best ones. All the other ones we would have thrown away anyway.
Probably.
I think, so.
I just sped the process up. What do we got here?
Well, so I've got some sharp cheddar cheese, which I'm not a huge fan of sharp, but I think it'll be a good little contrast to some of the other flavors we got going on. Some sour cream and just some mayo. And I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it until it looks
Right?
Yeah, until it looks right. I've also chopped a green onion. It doesn't take much. So the recipe that I was looking at for another type of potato salad said like 3 to 4 green onions. And so we're scaling down just a little bit now. So I've just got one that I'm gonna put in there. And I don't know that it will add a ton of flavor, but mostly just kind of for color, I think. It looks really good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of green onions, so.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite things, especially like on a carne asada, is to grill some green onions. Wrap the ends in foil, a little lime juice in there.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a spoon?
Do I have a spoon?
I'm just gonna kind of dollop a little of this in. Ooh.
How about a spatula?
I'm all about that cake, I like it. You made this personally, I assume.
Naturally.
Yeah.
I wish I
You're
knew
pretty
where it
into
came
it.
from.
Okay, and I'm gonna just kind of mix this up until it looks
Right.
kind of the consistency that we're going for. Which, since we're making this recipe up, we'll decide. One thing that I would change if I were to do this again is I'd cut the potatoes a little bit smaller.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you wouldn't dump 3/4 of the potatoes on the
No, I think that's going to be part of the recipe halfway through. That would be hilarious if there's a big long recipe. You know how you never read them, and then you just start and kind of make your way through, and then halfway through, dump it all on the deck because it's hot garbage. That would be pretty funny. Anyway. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a little more of that AP rub
Right
on
here.
there.
I got
there
you.
it is. Just a little bit. They tasted a little bit plain when we were kind of just tasting for texture. So I'm gonna put a little more of that in there.
Tasting for texture.
Yeah,
I feel like that needs to go on a t-shirt.
I think so too. Tasting for texture. I don't know, smells good. And I'm gonna kind of just crowd everything over to the side here. There we go. And then I'm just gonna add a couple handfuls of the sharp cheddar cheese. Chopped cheddar. I'm sure if you're really into cheese, there's another cheese that would be better, but I have no hate for cheddar, so that rhymed. Unintentional.
There's a, not that I've ever had to do this before or not, but here's a little,
Hey, that's a good idea.
little aid for
Little
you
divider.
there.
Heck yeah, man.
Just slide that in there. And your
Hey,
9x13 is now a 9x6.5.
I like it. Well done.
So,
Okay, and then I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna sprinkle a little more cheese over here and then put it back on the smoker.
for what it's worth, what my hand just touched. It's good.
Tastes good?
Tastes good.
We'll see. We will see. I'm gonna put a little bit more of this on there, just a light coating. And then we'll put it back on the smoker, let the cheese melt and call it good. Should we cover it, do you think?
I don't think so. Like,
I'm not worried about it getting too smoky or anything, so.
I know. Let's. So we'll take that out. While Mike's doing that, I'm gonna grab a couple of things
Yeah.
because I think our bologna should be just about ready to come in.
You want me to bring it out?
Yeah. Let me. Let's grab a different cutting board here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We're gonna use magic.
I like it.
And just like that, our bologna's in here. So you can see all those slits that we made. I'm gonna try and not burn myself. Have opened up.
Oh, dude, that looks good. Tell us about this knife, John.
This, let me grab a paper towel here, wipe my hands off. This is from the Northern Company that my dad got his Father's Day present early.
The Blackstone, we talked about that.
So he felt because he got his, I should get mine early. So this was a gift from Daddy-o, but it is here, we'll use this other camera. Just got some really cool character and detail. And I mean, this thing it's sharp. It's awesome.
Shave with it, huh? That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to grab a glove just because I think that's going to make my life easier.
Should I live this?
Yeah, let's live it.
Slicing of it?
Give Mike a second here to get the live going. See who jumps on with us.
No. Oh, shoot.
That's funny because we normally don't edit any of our stuff. This week there's going to be a lot of editing. I'm going to have to
Yeah. It's going to take a minute.
I'm going to have to get on it.
Okay, checking connection. You're now live.
We're now live. Okay. So for our Instagram fan base that's just joining, we're here on Traeger Day. We're just getting ready to slice our smoked bologna. I heard a really funny joke yesterday.
Okay. Do tell.
They told it a little bit different, but it's appropriate here too.
Okay.
And I don't remember what specifically they were talking about, but they were talking about something that was kind of worthless, helpless, pointless. And they said, you're as worthless as the G in bologna.
Oh, there you go.
I thought it was funny.
I like it.
Oh.
Am I standing in the way of the camera?
I don't know. I mean, that would just be kind of on point, but so we're gonna
slice this into slices.
Yeah, we're gonna.
How's that cutting?
like butter.
Really? I'll tell you what, it smells amazing. I wish we had smell-o-vision.
I know, right?
So growing up in Utah/Idaho, when I think bologna sandwich, I think the thin sliced, you know, stuff you buy at the grocery store with the red plastic.
Yep.
But when we're slicing bologna, these are quarter, half-inch thick slices.
Yeah, you probably are in the way of the other camera.
Oh, okay, sorry. Wow, rude.
But here, come in here. I'll move to the side so you can both see that. You can just see, like, there's an awesome smoke ring
Oh yeah,
right around there.
that's awesome.
I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
So let's slice.
And we've said this before, but bologna is fully cooked, so we're not necessarily making sure that we're like food safe necessarily, but we're just giving it flavor, warming it up, making it delicious.
I mean, not that it needs help,
Right.
but we're let's see, how many do we have here? We got 5. Let's maybe go.
One more for 6.
Yeah, let's go one more for 6, and then we'll. Did I see Haley joined the live?
Yep, she's there. Do you want me to wave at her?
Who wants Haley to come upstairs and do a blind taste test on the bologna?
Haley, let's do it.
Let's go, Haley. Your fan base wants you. Okay, so we've got the flat top going outside. Looks like it's getting good and hot. I'm gonna stack this up a little bit. Since we're in the kitchen. Paper plates.
Yes. Haley says she's still in her jammies.
That's okay. Everybody knows now. We just set it on an Instagram Live.
That's true. My bad. Sorry, Haley.
Mike's got 2 cameras. So we're gonna...
Tell you what, I've got a newfound respect for cameramen.
Right? So we'll let Mike get situated. I'm just gonna throw a little oil on this. And now, here we go.
Oh. Now, do you put more rub on the other stuff while you're searing it, do you think?
We could.
Should
Sound
we?
good to you?
Yeah.
You want to grab it? It's sitting right there on the counter.
Yep.
There we go.
One more honey hog. And that is all we put on this, right? We didn't add
honey
anything
hog.
else.
Probably could have done Texas sugar, but we're keeping it sweet. Man, you can see how the heat just blows that around.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Ooh. I wish we had smell-o-vision. I say that again, man, because that smells really good
It's so good.
as you're searing both sides of it.
You get a little caramelization from all the sugar there. I don't know, it's probably not gonna need
Can't imagine they take
a ton
too
of
long.
time.
Check in on our potatoes over here on the ironwood. Delicious.
That was a hot drip of grease.
Oh.
This is why you don't wear flip-flops when you're cooking, folks.
Appropriate kitchen attire. OSHA approved.
Dogs are allowed in kitchens too.
Absolutely. Also OSHA approved. We shouldn't open a restaurant. That's all I'm saying.
Just get a little bit of that blister going. You can tell that was the end cut.
How can you tell that?
Just because it had all the sugar on it.
Yeah.
So we'll
Delicious.
skip that one just so we don't over season it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited for this.
This looks really good and smells amazing.
Give them a little press there. Yep, so you can turn that, get it to your temp, and then push it in to set the temp.
Dang, Gina.
Mike with the Instagram Live.
Love it. All right, John. I'm gonna say goodbye to Instagram Live for a minute, and then we'll
That's
come
fine.
back. Yeah.
Sounds good. See you, Instagram.
Okay. Now, do I want to tag or just put it in the caption?
Just put Traeger Day in the caption and tag at Traeger. Or at Traeger Grills, whatever it is.
Should I call it frying bologna? Who else should I hashtag? Anybody else? You want to fry your bread out here too?
I wasn't going to toast it, but we could. You want to?
I don't know.
Will you open the door? I'm scared to not use two hands.
Yes, sir. What?
All right, Mike. We're finally there.
We're there, man.
We're there. Let's
Smells phenomenal.
yeah, let's make a couple of sandwiches here.
Yep.
Is it all right if we
Absolutely.
use
It's
your
what
mayo?
it's for. This
So-
is my favorite mayo that we have. Apparently Duke's is really good and Blue Plate in the South, but I've never had that. I like
Yeah.
Best Foods.
I think Best Foods, which if you go east of the Rockies, is called Hellman's.
That's right, you were saying that. I
So-
did not know that.
Yeah. All right, so we toasted up our bread a little bit, seared off our bologna. I'm just gonna, let's do a couple of these. Get our
And this is
bread.
Haley's homemade bread.
This is Haley's.
Shout out
homemade
to
bread.
Haley's Baked Goods Incorporated, coming soon to a grocery store near you.
Or at least to my stomach.
Indeed.
Flip that over so the bread matches a little better. Maybe I went too light on the mayo.
You ever listen to Tim McGraw?
Yeah.
You know the song Back When? I think is what it's called. It's been stuck in my head all day. 'Cause he talks about a fried bologna sandwich with mayo and tomato. Country, soul, rock and roll. Then he says some other things, but this will be my first fried bologna sandwich in my lifetime.
Dude.
Yeah, pretty excited.
Well, I'm not a big tomato fan. So I didn't think to get tomatoes.
No, I don't
Once
care. It's
once-
just in the song, John.
Once the season gets a little riper, Haley will have fresh tomatoes.
Lots of tomatoes, huh?
Yeah, funny thing, Beans, who we've introduced a couple of times today, the dog loves carrots.
Really?
And he will go dig carrots up out of the garden.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, grab this. That is a thick, beautiful slice of bologna.
It is thick.
Give that to you, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
I was going to say, and there's some forks in the drawer on the end.
Okay. Are people going to watch us eat? Because I'm going to be self-conscious the whole time.
I think we've got to at least take a bite.
Yeah, I think you're right. Here, get a little of this action too.
That's what I'm...
Here's our experimental sample potato salad.
I'm going to pull up a stool. Grab a seat here. I don't think Bart's in the shot. This is Bartholomew, the pig that holds our
Nice.
our napkins.
I love it.
So, all right, where are we going first?
I think we gotta go with the bologna first.
Bologna first.
That's the start of the show.
All right, here we go.
Dude. That is not your mama's cold lunch sandwich.
I ain't upset.
Holy crap. That's good. Talk amongst yourself, listeners.
It you can definitely taste the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't talk about it, but we're running a pecan and char hickory mix
Oh,
on
wow.
the pellets. So a little bit heavier smoke flavor.
I like the sear too. It's kind of a nice bite.
The way that the honey hog has like firmed up and caramelized is really nice. And then the fact that this is like beef bologna, it's almost like eating a giant hot dog.
It is. That's what I was thinking. Oh man. I like that a lot.
All right, man.
Alright, potato salad.
Give me a little kielbasa.
Yeah, get a little bit of everything on there.
Potatoes. Give me some green onion in there too. I like that.
I like that too. That turned out good. I didn't think the potatoes were done, but they're
like on point.
Yeah, they're not chewy. They're definitely bite through. I feel like the kielbasa kind of gives it the flavor that you need. And when the thing said mayo, I know that's what you put in potato salad, but I was like, ugh.
I'm going to say the tang of the sour cream is...
Yeah, dude.
Well,
I'm not mad.
nor am I. And while we could let everyone sit here and watch us,
Yeah.
I think it's time to say, until next time, I'm John.
And I'm Mike.
This is Fat Guys with Smokers.
Thanks, guys. Dude, I'm just kidding.
Thanks for listening to the Fat Guys with Smokers podcast. Be sure to check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Be sure to subscribe so you don't forget to tune in for even more nonsense from a couple of Fat Guys with Smokers.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.